Very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Pun Stadium in Bhilai as we arrive at the penultimate encounter of Group 4 of the Hero 27th Women's National Championship. It has been an incredible ride. It has been a brilliant ride to say the least. For both the teams, it hasn't been that forgettable of, or like that amazing of memories that they have collected until now. But what it has been is that they have gained a major chunk of experience. They have showcased themselves to the very best. And as we stand today, this is going to be a cracker of the two teams. And as things stand, both these teams, they're lying at the last two positions of the group. Ladakh still to register a point from 4 games. Jammu and Kashmir is right now ailing at the rock bottom, still to register their maiden point. However, the difference at the moment is the number of goals that has been conceded against. Ladakh has conceded 15 until now, and they're still to score. And for Jammu and Kashmir, it's 33 goals so far. And there are the match officials: Prabhat Kalita, Deepak Kumar, Ashwin Mohanlal. The two captains out in the center: Rukaya representing Jammu and Kashmir, Stonskit Dolma representing Ladakh. This battle will probably be for that fourth place. Whoever wins secures the fourth place. However, if it's a draw, then Ladakh stays in the fourth, and Jammu and Kashmir will have to finish at the rock bottom of the points table. But nevertheless, this has been a learning curve for both the sides. They've got that exposure in the national circuit that they were so desperately looking for. They tried to play with all possible resources in their ranks, and it has so far been an incredible journey for these teams. But nevertheless, it's pretty obvious that they'll return stronger than ever. That's the starting lineup of Jammu and Kashmir: Nitika Thapa, Shiraz Zahur, Rukaya, Afrina Amin, Zara Ria, Shaista Hassan, Merish Aslam Baba, Kakashan Kursid, Shabnam Hussain, Charu Sharma, Soumya Dubey. And they are the subs: Alia, Sharanya, Tanzila, Numra, Patanjali, Sharmat, Priyanka, Tanshikwa, Ritika, Manali, and Arpita. They'll be playing under Faiz Ahmad Shah. Starting lineup for Ladakh: Nahida, Rigzin, Jigmet Chuzain, Shanam Jangmo, Chunit, Otsal, Stonskit, Aliyah, Sonam, and Dechin. Wherein the subs are Ravina, Dechin, Sonam, Gazes, Tiswang, Padma, Sering Jolka, and Stanzin Yangdol. On your screen from the left to the right, we have the women in blue and white, Jammu and Kashmir, wherein in the screen, the women who will be attacking from the right to the left in the black is Ladakh. And it is Jammu and Kashmir who gets us underway from the center. Now Ladakh, they will definitely be buoyed by confidence after their defense put up a phenomenal show of late in the recent games. And now it's Ladakh who are on the move, trying to break open the Jammu and Kashmir defense that has conceded 33 goals until now. That has been a real challenge. Their defensive maneuvers hasn't really been the best. But then again, Jammu and Kashmir trying to find an avenue of their own, trying to find an enterprise of their own. Bit of a crowded affair there in the center. And this is Jammu and Kashmir unleashing the first effort of the day, but that's miles away, rather light years away from the woodwork. But nevertheless, that also signifies intent. That also signifies a kind of attacking prowess that they will be coming forward to this tournament with. It's a goal kick now for Ladakh, and they'll take it sharply. Yeah, it beats everyone at the end of the day. The ball's still not out of the bounds. Good work there from Jammu and Kashmir as they keep the ball alive, but now it's gone out. Kind of a poor pass there, allowing Ladakh to take in a throw-in. There's an opportunity for Ladakh to try and make an attack count. Both these teams somewhat similar in strength, but the last couple of games for these two teams have been drastically different. Despite not securing the win, Ladakh has fought really hard with their defensive maneuvers. Jammu and Kashmir, on the contrary, they've shown the attacking intent for sure, but somehow their defense has been in shambles. And now that's a lovely ball that's sent forward. This will have to be taken care of by Jammu and Kashmir. However, they couldn't, and Ladakh had an opportunity to break free from that right wing. But then again, the final touch came off the player of Jammu and Kashmir, or rather of Ladakh, and that allowed them a throw. Now, however, it's a throw in favor of Ladakh. Quick throw taken in and repelled away. Repelled away by their own player, actually. She couldn't really control it. So Jammu and Kashmir will throw in now. Quick throw taken in. Received and sent shrieking forward. Jammu and Kashmir will have to hurry there. The goalkeeper was out quickly. Nitika Thapa. She's a strong presence under the woodwork. Unfortunate that she didn't really get the kind of support that she'd have wanted from her rear guard. But nevertheless, she has been a towering presence for Jammu and Kashmir. Ladakh at the moment, darting forward. Not the best of passes. Intervened. But again, the return pass wasn't gilt-edged either. It's a flurry of missed passes in the center right now, and that can really work out against both the sides. This is one field where they'll have to improve drastically. They know that the accuracy of passes, because the more accurate your passes are, the more chances you create, the more space you create. There's a chance again for Ladakh. And that's a good ball sent forward. She's up against almost a couple of defenders. At this time, however, it'll go down straight in the arms of the Ladakh goalkeeper, Dechin Dolka. Manning the citadel. And we'll have to man it for the upcoming 86 minutes of regulation time. Jammu and Kashmir trying desperately to keep the ball away from Ladakh. And Ladakh trying to send as many balls as they can send forward. Yeah, there's a bit of a tussle now. That's good defending there. That's definitely good defending from Jammu and Kashmir. Shielded the player using her body. And body shielding is not really one of the easiest tricks to perform if you don't know how to pull it off. It may end up giving you, or it may end up giving away a foul at a very critical juncture. So that was impeccable there from Jammu and Kashmir. And now Jammu and Kashmir are on the move. Short passes were being knitted together. Nice 1-2 football for a while. Would instill hopes in the fans. Now that's a long ball that was sent. The goalkeeper was out of a line. The goalkeeper still not collected it. It took a while for Nitika Thapa to get under the ball and eventually wrap her gloves around the same. That was some good pressure there from Ladakh. Trying to pounce upon the opportunity, even though it was not a clean-cut opportunity, because the goalkeeper always had a body in the line, so it was not going to be easy. So good work there by Nitika Thapa. Just ensured the fact that even if she's unable to lay claim to the ball, she'll have a body in the line that will force Ladakh to circumnavigate her in order to reach the ball. And that's not really the easiest of things in football, particularly in that final few yards when the ball is almost on the cusp of getting out of the bounds. You have to keep your calm and do that. So that's good goalkeeping actually from Nitika Thapa. And now Jammu and Kashmir wanted to go on a rise for themselves, but the Ladakh defense, so that was a bit of a tumble there. Pretty inexplicable tumble. I reckon her feet's entangled in there. And now this time, another shot coming in there from Jammu and Kashmir. It won't really bother Dechin Dolka. She was quickly off the line and collects it as comfortably as she can. There's a bit of a tussle. There's another good opportunity, but this time the ball's fallen back for Ladakh. There's lots of space out there. Now here's the thing, if you have a closer look at the game, now we'll try and show you just a few moments back as Ladakh was attacking from the right. Almost the entire defense of Jammu and Kashmir was crowded out there on the right, and this left wing was entirely empty. So if Ladakh could have switched the ball to the left wing. That could have been further catastrophe. Cross comes floating in, but an extremely emasculated effort. It would never really bother Nitika Thapa. Nitika has had a good tournament until now. We can keep the numbers aside, but in terms of the saves that she's pulled off, in terms of the quality she has put under the woodwork, it has really been a great tournament for her. She'll obviously have her lessons from the tournament, but she'll also have the opportunity of taking a lot of heart from this tournament as she steps out, as she embraces football in a much more vigorous way, trying to ply her trade in the forthcoming days. Now that is why these days are very, very crucial and special for these players. Ladakh on the ball now. They keep on putting things off from one side to the other. It's a free kick now in favor of Ladakh, who plays down. She needs some attention, but it's good to see that she's back. Now, this is a pretty dangerous position from where Ladakh has got a free kick. If they can keep the ball on target, Nitika Thapa may be probed. It's a great chance here for Ladakh to try break open that deadlock, get that early goal that can put or that can throw in that crucial dampener in the spirits of Jammu and Kashmir. This is a very surprising way of putting a defense. Now, once again, we'll have to understand it's just at the edge of the box, so they'll try and throw in every possible uh, name out there in the mix in order to stave this chance away. Because these are very dangerous positions to get a free kick. Now, that's definitely a decent free kick for sure. Just taking that twirl and the kind of dip that you would want the ball to take in order to get that all important goal, but eventually it sailed over the woodwork, and that was a sigh of reprieve there for Nitika Thapa. Zara Riaz took the goal kick right now. That's a bit of a false there. Jammu and Kashmir took their eyes off the ball in that last occasion. Ladakh with the ball, but that's good snatching away. And I reckon here's another free kick because while she was trying to collect the ball, I believe there was a bit of a push that was there on that Ladakh player. And hence the referee quickly spotted that and has now decided to give away a free kick in favor of Ladakh. Here's a long free kick sent towards the goal. Nitika Thapa will have to pull off a save. And yeah, she does it just in time. It took a very awkward bounce just ahead of her. Bounces like that can be real troublesome because ideally what happens is it ends up disrupting your thought, your vision in that very dying ember of the game. And that is where all the problem happens. That is where it all starts going south. So it doesn't really work like that. But nevertheless, that's a good save by Nitika Thapa. Couple of good saves already. Ladakh being slightly more expressive than Jammu and Kashmir right now, but Jammu and Kashmir has a couple of shots. Probably they were not on target, but that also signifies the kind of intent that they come to the game with. They're not going to give away things so easily. Ladakh desperately trying to clinch the ball there, and eventually it rolls out of play, awarding a throw in favor of Jammu and Kashmir. There's a chance for Ladakh. An opportunity that they can try and utilize. Trying to crack open that left channel. Just hoping that if they can send it that crucial cross. Yeah, Ladakh still on the prowl, still on the hunt, trying to create that space that can give them the leeway for what can be a possible goal-bound shot. Now again, there's a bit of a miscommunication at the moment. It's a throw and taken. Now before Ladakh could have approached that ball already went away from them. Here's a chance for Jammu and Kashmir now as a throw-in awaits them. However, not the best of throw-ins to be honest. This time, despite Jammu and Kashmir putting that best foot forward, again they'll have to wait for that chance because the flag was up already. Jammu and Kashmir now showing the intent, trying to explore that central channel. Again, it's not going to be easy for sure. It's going to be all sorts of difficult. Here's a chance for Ladakh, but Jammu and Kashmir proving tantamount to the task. But Ladakh relentless as well. They'll come forward, knocking on the doors over and over again. There's a long chase. But this time, Nitika Thapa, she'll have a composure, she'll have a calm. It's time for Jammu and Kashmir now. They have a free kick of their own. And the free kick's taken. But Ladakh trying to repel that away. Once again, a lot of players are crowded around in the central channel. It's not again one of those signature footballing sites you'd see in a state footballing game, but nevertheless, this is their way of expressing the game. This is their way of probably trying to go for the ball. Because once again, we all have to remember both these sides. They're pretty new to the national circuit, so for them, it's always a learning curve. And they'll try and clinch a victory in this game. They'll help them to establish themselves in a much better manner. And now there's a player down for Jammu and Kashmir, and she's clutching onto her knee. She'll need some treatment for sure. guess America has been out already. Once again, uh, Jammu and Kashmir now looking for a few chances. Another shot comes in, but then again, not really the finest of them. There's a chance now for Ladakh. They're trying to burst forth from that right wing. They've used that right wing pretty much. The left wing has been pretty reticent. They tried one or twice to venture in from that left wing, but again, didn't really bear the best of fruits. And now they're trying to channelize all their flair from that right wing that has done the talking for them, at least until now. That's a long shot. Don't really bother the players much. This goes out of play. And it's a throw in now in favor of Jammu and Kashmir. Yeah, that's not the best of throws that you would take. That's given Ladakh the scope to try and chase the ball. But Nitika Thapa, these are easy pickings for her. She won't really be bamboozled by these deliveries that are being sent into the box. These are like literally bread and butter for them, for a goalkeeper at least. The ball's almost rolling into your stride. You just need to time your run, and at least in this case, there wasn't much to time about because there were already a couple of defenders who were slowing down the Ladakh attacking unit. So very easy, pretty simple. 19 minutes in the clock, and it's still all square at the Punch Stadium in Balai. Nobody of these two, no one of these two, has managed to find that opening that can get them that early lead in the game. Yeah, the ball dangerously lingers around in the box. Jammu and Kashmir doing everything they can to try and stall it away. A stunning strike, but then again, that was not on target. Nitika Thapa had to hurry to try and cover up the distance. If the ball would have been on target, that could have been a challenge for Nitika Thapa. Ladakh sniffing out blood right now. Maybe they couldn't really get that goal, but that was a decent chance. And this is exactly what they'll be coming forward to. That was the first clear opportunity that they had. First time the ball went so close to the net, and yet it stayed away. So yes, they'll definitely have to regroup, rethink, re-strategize, and then come back forward. Here's another long ball sent forward again. Nitika Thapa will have to collect it. She's on the chase. Slightly cumbersome in the end, but at the end of the day, she does manage to wrap her gloves around the ball. No real trouble whatsoever. And it's still 0-0 here at the Punch Stadium in Balai. Ladakh has the ball now. Nice turn, allowing Ladakh to capture the ball for themselves, only for Jammu and Kashmir to reclaim possession in a matter of a couple of seconds. The game getting slightly physical now, a bit of a push. And things like these will happen because, again, at the end of the day, when you're playing out there in the center, your tempers start flaring, and it's never really easy to control. And particularly in the kind of heat that Chhattisgarh has, it's even a lot more difficult. Another effort comes floating in from the right, but didn't really have the kind of precision that she would have wanted. There's a chance, however. Jammu and Kashmir comes knocking on the doors from the right. Ball still stays with them. Ladakh on the chase, and Ladakh has managed to snatch it away. Can Ladakh forge an attack of their own? Jammu and Kashmir quickly closing down. That's a timely tackle and a brilliant one indeed. But can Ladakh still keep the possession? Well, they can. And here comes in the cross. The ball still remains in the danger zone for Jammu and Kashmir. Can they try and clear it away from the feet of Ladakh? Yes, they can. At the end of the day, Ladakh kind of protesting that there was a bit of a push there, but again, pushes like these, they are very common in the game. So if you're expecting that these will be given as free kicks or fouls, that's completely mistaken. Or rather, you are completely mistaken. Ladakh once again on the ball. Jammu and Kashmir trying desperately to stay it away. Now that's not the best of clearances. That has allowed Ladakh. That has been like a magnanimous gift to Ladakh on a platter, and Ladakh accepted it, but couldn't really utilize it to the fullest as they've gone back now to their own half. Should have done better at least on that chance. And chances like that come your way, you have to try and take it as much as you can. Ladakh trying to get something for themselves from that extreme right, looking for that support, but that was again not the finest of passes. But Ladakh has managed to reclaim possession for themselves. The shot comes floating in. Nitika Thapa. A tumble for a while, but then collected at the end of the day. Good goalkeeping there. Ladakh on the ball again, trying to build from the right. But that's good work. Another defense splitting pass, but it would elude everyone there in the mix. It would eventually go all the way to Nitika Thapa, who had her posts covered, who had her ranks covered, and there's no real problem whatsoever. Should take all the time in the world. Not in a hurry at the moment. It's still 0-0, and Jammu and Kashmir would be pretty happy with this goal line. They've had their struggles with the defense, but now as they try and face the dark, now as they try and take on Ladakh in an opportunity to crack open that the points table, in an opportunity to grab the fourth spot, at least something, at least the fact that they have not yet conceded until now. A defense that has really been pretty wobbly throughout the tournament. I reckon they'll be happy with this goal line. This is also a good display. This is a much better display here from both the sides, actually. Ladakh has come forward, knocking around for that opener, and Jammu and Kashmir have come forward on occasions, not exactly as frequent as Ladakh has, but at the end of the day, Jammu and Kashmir has made their presence felt. Nitika Thapa, she has been pretty busy out there in the first half, running around in that own box like a panther, looking around for all possible chances that can go against a team and eventually marshalling her troops in the best possible manner. Again, that's not again a pretty exquisite clearance there from Jammu and Kashmir. Ladakh, however, couldn't exploit it. That's a poor giveaway again. The ball's back with Ladakh. But despite that giveaway, Jammu and Kashmir was swift in order to try and crowd that player out with almost three defenders of themselves. And that is where Ladakh lost out the kind of space they would have wanted. And that's again pretty resilient defending here from Jammu and Kashmir. That's a good side, always a good side. And a water break has been given to both the sides. It's a 30 seconds of breather, a quick refresher will allow them to stay rehydrated. We're back in, we're back in the game, and Ladakh now with the throw. Quick pass there. Ladakh trying now to use that left channel. The left channel has been pretty neglected by them so far. They've mainly been from the right. They've actually put up a decent job for sure. And a short corner taken. Not really the aerial route that we are so familiar with in terms of the set pieces. There you go, bam, a shot at a player, and eventually Jammu and Kashmir responds with a pretty strong counter blast. It's a throw in now in favor of Ladakh. Jammu and Kashmir will have some serious work to do right now. Corner here actually, not a throw in. So Ladakh has a corner. Sends that corner in, and that fizzles away without posing any threat whatsoever. The game's slightly reticent at the moment, lacking the kind of pace. Oh, this could have been some real trouble just while I talked about the game slightly lacking on pace. Ladakh almost managed to pounce upon it. But Nitika Thapa standing tall under the woodwork. Jammu and Kashmir right now just pushed back into their own defensive half. They're trying to fight with every possible hope that they can to try and stave away Ladakh. Again, Ladakh hasn't been that imposing either, because in order to score a goal, the kind of eclipsing stature that you need, the kind of confidence, That somehow has been missing from Ladakh. That finishing touch has been missing from Ladakh. We managed to dominate the midfield, yes. Again, somehow Jammu and Kashmir has helped them slightly in the game, but at the end of the day, the proper finishing, the execution, the footballing acumen that you would expect, that somehow has not been seen today in Ladakh's game. However, the passing has been pretty good in the midfield. The creativity has been abundant, but all of it would only come to fruit or come to bear fruit when you score. Now, that's a long ranger. That won't trouble Nitika at all. She's one of the finest goalkeepers that this tournament has seen. She's saved a lot of chances despite conceding so many goals. When you talk about stopping shots, when you talk about keeping things under check, had it not been for her, that number that right now linked is at 33 could very well have crossed 50. So yes, Nitika Thapa still leading the lines for Jammu and Kashmir. Ladakh trying to break open the defense. So it's like contrasting styles at the moment for both these teams. For Jammu and Kashmir, it's more of fragmented attacks. They are more focused on the defense. They are more focused on keeping Ladakh at bay. Ladakh, on the contrary, have shown the intent, but what they have lacked is the kind of firepower that you would need to try and smoke in that all-important opening goal. There's another long ball, and it goes out of play. Bit of a chase there for Jammu and Kashmir, and they do manage to lay claim to the possession, but Ladakh once again quickly snatching it away. Now look at the gap there between the Ladakh midfield and their forward line. When you're attacking, ideally, a couple of more players should be venturing forward, trying to bridge the gap between the midfield and the forward line. But that gap, that will not allow them to try and create the space that they are so desperately looking for. Ladakh has managed to claim the ball multiple times in the midfield, but post that, see, this is one other chance. Like, this was an easy picking for them to try and go forward, but at the end of the day, they couldn't really utilize it because that first touch was extremely heavy and it was received with a knee. So again, when you're receiving the ball with your knee, with a stance like that, you're never going to control that. That's like a needless saying of football. And now here's a corner. First corner of the day for Jammu and Kashmir, or rather it's a throw-in. So no, they'll have to wait for that first corner. But again, a throw-in from a pretty decent juncture. There's a chance the ball still remains with Jammu and Kashmir as they try and pound in that first shot on target. But they won't be successful with that. But they'll happily clear away the lines right now. It's a bit of a pinballing situation out there in the midfield as the ball keeps on knocking on from one player to another without any real intent. Another free kick given away in favor of Ladakh. There's a bit of a push involved, so yes. It's a free kick in favor of Ladakh. Another free kick. Another ball sent towards a goal. Another easy picking for Nitika Thapa. I reckon this has been like the tradition of the game so far. Ladakh coming forward with the opportunities and then eventually meeting the Jammu and Kashmir ball. The Jammu and Kashmir players are starting to smile. They know they are starting to make their presence felt in the game, and Ladakh probably not yet feeling the heat of their attacking unit, but the kind of game that they are usually known for and the kind of frustration that they have been trapped in or they have been ensnared in at the moment. I reckon they'll be pretty happy. You slam the ball, smashing onto the player's chest there. It still remains with Jammu and Kashmir, but now Ladakh has snatched it back. They want to create an attack of their own. A ferocious tussle, the referee says, let the game going. Ladakh wanted a free kick, but Jammu and Kashmir now has the ball and in a pretty decent juncture. They've outmuscled the opposition, but this time, however, that outmuscling wasn't really the finest of tricks. That was pulled off by Jammu and Kashmir. The referee says that it was slightly heavier. It was a bit cumbersome as well, and it's a free kick now in favour of Ladakh. It's a long chase for Jammu and Kashmir. Ladakh defending ferociously now. Jammu and Kashmir in the last couple of minutes they've started coming out more frequently. They started coming out looking for opportunities. They are trying to map those small pockets of space. This time, however, the ball was smacked around. It's another throw. It's another throw, and now in favour of Jammu and Kashmir. They are a lot more active in the last 5 minutes. They are showing the kind of battle or the kind of firepower that you'd usually want. But again, the finishing touch, that is what has been missing from this game, for both the sides rather. It isn't just Ladakh. Ladakh has definitely been the more active side in the first few minutes. It's a throw in now in favour of Jammu and Kashmir. Ladakh on the ball, stepping forward. There's a lovely ball now. But then again, Jammu and Kashmir have the required firepower in order to defend that, in order to stave it away. It's a free kick in favour of Jammu and Kashmir now. There's a player down for Jammu and Kashmir. She'll need medical attention. And the medicos are quickly rushing over. It's good to see that the players back up on our feet. 42 minutes in the clock again. No real chances created except for that one shot that sailed away from the woodwork. Jammu and Kashmir now on the move from the right. Opportunity, a shot comes in there, but that won't really beat the defenses of Ladakh for sure. Ladakh on the ball now. But again, not nothing significant going their way either. It's like very scrambly at the moment. They're both the teams. They're scrambling at the moment. They're kind of trying desperately to stay in the hunt, yes. But again, the firepower that you would need, the execution, the perfection in order to get that goal, that somehow hasn't been the case of the day today. There's a chance for Ladakh now. As we head towards the end of regulation time in the first half, Ladakh wants a final bite of the cherry. A nice track back there, but that won't really count for them because a free kick has been given. There's another player down, so yes, she'll also need some medical attention. That's from Ladakh this time. And 3 minutes have been added on. That's the official confirmation. 3 minutes have been added on. And now the referee will be kickstarting proceedings with the drop. Jammu and Kashmir has the ball for themselves now. Ladakh slightly wary of the presence there. Here's an opportunity for Ladakh. Can they crack open that defense? Well, at the moment, no, they can't. Good footwork there by Ladakh again. Sends a scouring ball into the box. Nitika Thapa will have to hurry, and definitely great goalkeeping there from Nitika Thapa. It took her some time for sure. Ball's back with Jammu and Kashmir now. Jammu and Kashmir has been slightly more dominant in the final few minutes than Ladakh has been. There's a chance for Ladakh, however. Try and explore that right wing at the moment. We'll have to wait. There's a corner, however. One last bite of the cherry. The corner comes floating in. Header! And it's gone into the back of the net. Just when you thought that we are going to go to the half-time with the scores locked at an impasse. Free header there for Ladakh in the box. And Jammu and Kashmir has paid the price. Relentless defending until now. It needed something special, something crazy in order for the deadlock to be rattled. And eventually it arrived right at the stroke of half-time. And Jammu and Kashmir defenders were caught napping. They had no idea where the ball was as the corner came floating in. That was hammered home with clinical precision. Or rather, that was headed home with clinical precision. And that marks the end of the first half. And as things stand, Ladakh will go into the tunnel by a slender lead. It's 1-0. And there will be a lot of catching up to do, obviously, when they arrive in the second half. This has been an entertaining first half between two sides. But all it was lacking was that goal. And eventually, it was Ladakh who managed to head home the first netter of the day. That's a confirmation. It's Jigmet Chuzain who converted the header from the corner in the dying minute of the first half. Now, ladies and gentlemen, do not go anywhere, for we will return shortly with the second half of the contest. Another exciting 45 minutes of football between Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh will be coming forth. Till then, stay tuned. And that's a points table for you actually. So Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh right now, they are in action at the moment. They're at the rock bottom. Ladakh in the fourth, 4 games, no wins so far, 15 goals conceded. Jammu and Kashmir, 13 conceded, no goals for them. Just at the moment, Ladakh has scored 1, so that's their opening goal of the tournament. And at the very top, Jharkhand, 4 matches, 4 wins so far, 18 goals scored, 2 conceded, 12 points. Delhi securing a crucial victory, or rather a crucial draw yesterday in the dying embers, finished with 10 points. Madhya Pradesh, 4 games, finished with 9 points. Chhattisgarh, 5 games, finished with 7 points. And will return with the second half of the fixture. A lot of interesting contest coming up there. Today afternoon also has a cracker of a game that will be lining up. At the moment, however, stay tuned as we return with the second half of the game.
मध्यांतर के बाद का खेल प्रारंभ होने वाला है। जो दर्शक देर से आए हैं उनकी जानकारी के लिए स्कोर है 1-0, लद्दाख 1, जम्मू कश्मीर 0।
Okay, team ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the second half of the game. It was an entertaining first half and then had a terrific finish to that first half. Just in the dying embers of it, Ladakh managed to surge themselves ahead with a thumping header. Now on your screen from the left to the right, the women adorned in black Ladakh will be attacking and taking mantle, and at the same time on your screen from the right to the left, it's a women in blue who will be coming forth in all their numbers trying to find an opening for themselves, and that's Jammu and Kashmir Dawn, blue and white. Now that was a bit of a nasty foul there. She almost ended up hugging the other player as both of them went down, and now a free kick has gone Jammu and Kashmir's way. Can they find that equalizer? Can they find that first goal of the tournament that will do a world of good for themselves? It will do a world of good to their confidence, and most importantly, it will allow them to find their footing. There you go. And a ball sent into the box. Opportunity for Jammu and Kashmir. Can they latch onto it? No, they can't. This could have been a real good chance. Could have been a real good goal scoring opportunity. But the ball seems slightly tucked heavier than they would have wanted. And that would allow Ladakh to breathe a sigh of reprieve. Dechan Dolka still not tested in the game so far, as Ladakh is still to try and register, or rather Jammu and Kashmir is still to try and register their first shot on target. So Dechan Dolka comfortably nestled under her own woodwork, doing a decent job at least until now. And a bit of a push there, and the referee blowing the whistle. Another throw in for Ladakh. Gets an opportunity. Knocks on the doors. A bit of a push again. This, however, is a chance for Ladakh again to try and pounce upon that. But then Jammu and Kashmir defenders were pretty alert at least. A throw in now in favour of Jammu and Kashmir. Throw in is taken. Here's a chance for Ladakh if they can pounce upon it. That's a decent show of their predatory instincts. And it's going to be a corner again for Ladakh. Now that they have got the taste of blood, they'll come forward, firing on all cylinders. They'll not hold back. They'll attack with every possible thing. But this time, however, the corner has been decided as a goal kick has been given in its place. It's a throw in now. A bit of a push there from Jammu and Kashmir. But the referee says that was well within bounds, so no real worries out there. Somewhat of a desperation here for Jammu and Kashmir. They know that they are trailing in the game. They'll have to show that urgency. They'll have to get that equalizer if they want to establish themselves in this game. But again, definitely they'll try and score that first goal of the tournament. That'll give them a feeling that is unparalleled. Here's a lovely ball there. Oh, a bit of a tumble. The referee has blown the whistle. We aren't particularly sure what happened. Is it a foul given for Jammu and Kashmir?
रेफरी के द्वारा पेनल्टी का इशारा।
Is that a spot kick? Oh, that actually is. That actually is. Here's a chance for Jammu and Kashmir to try and equalize. There's a bit of chaos here, and it eventually was the referee deemed that there was a substantial push from the Ladakh player in order to deem it as a penalty, even though it wasn't pretty clear on what we were seeing. But then the referee has a much better vision. And now a penalty in favor of Jammu and Kashmir. We have Zara Riaz, who's all set to slot it home. Can they get the first goal of the tournament? Can they equalize? Can they restore world order at the Pant Stadium in Bhilai? Only time shall reveal on the answers. The referee having a quick check on the proceedings. And there you go, goes for the penalty, slams it into the back of the net. Celebrations have begun in the Ladakh camp. This is a feeling unparalleled. This is a feeling written in history in the antiquity of Jammu and Kashmir camp. It wasn't Ladakh, rather, it was the Jammu and Kashmir camp. Apologies for the same. So yes, Jammu and Kashmir have came back strongly in the game, and that too through the penalty. This is what happens when you start coming forward in numbers, when you start firing in all cylinders. All the hard work that was done by Ladakh for that goal will now have to be redone. This is excellent football from two sides who are playing out the 90 minutes of their life, if that is how you can put it. This is a 90 minutes of the game that would once again never come back. Now that's a confirmation. Zara Riaz, the goal scorer for Jammu and Kashmir. And now Ladakh will have their task cut out because they'll once again have to rebuild, rethink their strategies at the moment. 50 minutes in the clock and it's all square at the Pant Stadium, Bhilai. A couple of players are down on the ground now. I reckon there was a bit of a head-on collision and that will need some taking care of.
जम्मू कश्मीर की तरफ से अभी जो गोल किया जर्सी नंबर 7 जरा रियाज।
It's a bit of a concern there. Medical treatment being given away. It's important as well. There you go. Ladakh on the ball. They couldn't really control it this time and that'll go out of bounds. Ladakh once again trying to create the chances. There's an opportunity again for Ladakh. Jammu Jammu and Kashmir looking a lot more positive after that goal for sure. And the ball's gone out of play. And another corner here for Ladakh. Can Ladakh try and use that chance for themselves? Only time shall reveal. Referee having a quick word there. Slightly a bit of resistance as well going on between the players. And the corner comes floating in. Another heading opportunity. The danger is still not over. Shot comes in, but straight into the arms of Nitika Thapa. And this time the ball goes out of play. 56 minutes at the moment. And as things stand, it's still 1-all here. The first half saw an unexpected end as Ladakh's headed home. Cracker of a corner. The second half, however, oh my word, this can be real trouble. The goalkeeper still out of a line, but terrific defending there from Jammu and Kashmir, denying Ladakh a shy at goal. This could have been an absolute cracker only if they would have given that space. There's a bit of a trip there. There's a bit of suspense in the air. Ladakh hoping that maybe they could have got the penalty. But the referee says no, that was clean. It was a very timely tackle. Ladakh once again on the ball. They're looking for some support. Now that they haven't really been oriented altogether. That's what we can tell them because they have been now coming forward in isolated patches. That is something that they'll have to stop. They'll have to come forward in numbers. That is more important. They'll have to be a lot more oriented. This is another golden opportunity. Cross comes in, but eventually it goes out of play.
इसका क्या करूं? बंद करूं?
Another corner comes floating in. The ball still remains in the hand. Ladakh trying desperately to sneak in something. It has started to pour as well. Not exactly pour, it's drizzling out there in Chhattisgarh. So, yes, you can expect that this game is now going to start getting a lot more patchier than you would expect. A corner here in favor of Ladakh. Another corner comes floating in, but this time it smashes onto the side netting. So great chance. At the end of the day, it won't really count. It's drizzling. It's very light rain out there. So again, it's given the fact that whenever they say that it rains in Chhattisgarh, ideally the ground conditions they would start turning a bit swampy, making life a lot more difficult for the players. They'll have to be careful from here on. The ball's now with Jammu and Kashmir. They're driving forward, hoping that they can lay claim to the same. And it's a bit of an entanglement. The referee blowing the whistle there. That'll be a free kick in favor of Ladakh. And again, free kick goes to a waste, but it's got to be a goal kick now in favor of Ladakh at the moment. Or rather, Jammu and Kashmir. Apologies for the same. Taking their time at the moment. Change happened out here for Jammu and Kashmir this time. And this time the ball rolls out of play. No real harm whatsoever. Jammu and Kashmir on the ball. Driving forward. Ladakh desperate to take away the possession. Not really successful at the moment. That's one thing that they'll really have to look or take care of. Sends it forward. And the referee giving away a free kick now in favor of Jammu and Kashmir. Sends in a long ball in the opposition box. The goalkeeper, oh, she almost made a hash of affairs there. The ball bobbled up not once but twice of her hand, but good recovery nonetheless. Here's a chance again, but Ladakh not really able to capitalize on that as Jammu and Kashmir keeps on fighting their way through. And now here's a chance for Ladakh. Some space ahead of them, a shot comes in, but straight at the defender. There's still some shooting space ahead of them. They'll try and take one, but this time In a desperate attempt to sneak in a chance, the ball rolls out of play. And the ball eventually rolls out of play again. It's a throw in now in favor of Ladakh there. The ball still pinballing out in the box, so no real trouble whatsoever. A shot comes floating in, opportunity! Oh, good save! Very good save from Nitika Thapa. Real challenges coming up there for Nitika Thapa. She's really putting everything she can behind the ball in order to stall away any possible peril on the horizon. Ladakh on the move again. Jammu and Kashmir proving pretty tough now in order to take away the ball from Ladakh. And this is really good tussle. The ball eventually goes out of play. It's a throw in this time in favor of Ladakh. The rain has stopped, so that's a good sign for the bowlers again. It's a few drops now, but again, the weather at the moment is kind of idyllic for playing football. That's what they're saying. And both these sides have actually put forth an excellent game. Jammu and Kashmir trying desperately. They have kept a lot more of possession in the second half. That is good. That is really good to see. They have believed in themselves. They have played those passes, and that is so important. You have to believe in all the passes that you can create. Balls with Jammu and Kashmir now. Plays a forward pass. It's a quick throw and taken. And once again, the ball pinballs of both the players and it goes out of play. It's a throw in now in favor of Ladakh at the moment. They got that goal in the final minute of the first half, and then Jammu and Kashmir awarded a free kick, awarded a penalty, from which They ensured that they are banging the spot kick home, restoring parity at the Pant Stadium in Bhilai, Chhattisgarh. This is a nice run. But again, not really one of the greatest of chances. And the ball's gone out of play, so it's going to be a throw in here. And the flag's gone up. Another throw in for Ladakh. Ladakh, in the second half, somehow they have been slightly incoherent in terms of attack. They haven't been the top team that they were in the first half. They have come forth, yes. They've knocked on the doors, yes. And the ball straight into the arms of the goalkeeper. Another chance for Ladakh to try and knock on the doors. However, Jammu and Kashmir has the required defense in place. Another chance. Oh, this time the ball's gone into the net. The goalkeeper couldn't really keep it away. Nitika Thapa slightly mistiming a jump. And Ladakh has managed to secure that second goal for themselves. Just when you thought that it was not going to go get any worse. But it has. And once again, Ladakh has managed to secure that lead. It was a long ranger. It left the goalkeeper in a bit of a confusion. And eventually, she pays the price. Big goal here, this one. This will once again put Jammu and Kashmir's mettle to the test. Can they come back in numbers? It's a long way from home for Jammu and Kashmir. Ladakh, however, this time will be stalled away. The rain has again started, so that means this game, there's your confirmation. The goal scorer, Jagmeet Chuzain, was the one who got Ladakh back in the lead, and that was quite a screamer indeed. That left the goalkeeper, Nitika Thapa, off her elements. That there wasn't anything actually that she could have done because it was a very clinical strike. time, however, getting the ball onto the right, sends in a brilliant cross. Oh, that again bobbled off. So Nithika has just conceded a corner here that should have been nipped out in the bud itself. And the corner comes floating in. Can Ladakh get a chance? No, she tumbled even before the ball came in. Now the tumbles will be a lot more because it's raining. So it's gonna get patchy. It's gonna get slippery for the players, and eventually it goes out of play. It's a goal kick now in favor of Jammu and Kashmir. They take one. They're trailing at the moment. They have work to do. Final 15 minutes of regulation time coming up. It's raining. Things are getting difficult for Jammu and Kashmir, but it's good to see. And there's a chance again out of nowhere. That's kind of poor defending actually from Jammu and Kashmir. They are somewhat, the Jammu and Kashmir defenders, they are somewhat perplexed by the kind that the goal that they have conceded that has really left them at the moment. They've left them on the edge, and if they're unable to find that opening for themselves, I don't think they'll try and they have to get their confidence back up. That is extremely important. Extremely important. They need to figure out a way. Now Jammu and Kashmir has a chance. They're trying to build from the left. Opportunity, but the flag's gone up. Still 13 minutes of regulation time remaining. And Ladakh taking all the time they can actually. They know that they have the lead. But it's again, they'll have to be very careful. It's a very slender lead. If again a moment of madness just happens like it happened the last time, things can turn real bad. Oh, the ball stays with Jammu and Kashmir. They're looking slightly more creative now. They have played that long pass, and Ladakh, however, will take care of it. Another chance come knocking on the doors from the left, and eventually it rolls out of play. Out of play again. And now a throw in here in favor of Ladakh. chance again. Tries to go by there, but couldn't really find out that opening. It's a long run now. And this time the ball rolls out. There you go with the short pass. Jammu and Kashmir now trying desperately. 10 minutes of regulation time remaining. They still have some scope for themselves. And it's now going to be a throw in here in favor of Ladakh again. Now it's pouring. It's pouring like anything. Oh, the ball's gone again into the back of the net. What has Nitika Thapa done? It was a long throw that came in and it was supposed to be stopped. But then I reckon she lost sight of the chance. And it eventually has got into the back of the net. This game is now surely Ladakh's. They tried and they tried hard, but this time, however, things were not supposed to be.
3-1 हो गया है स्कोर। लद्दाख 3, जम्मू कश्मीर 1। जर्सी नंबर 8 ने हैट्रिक किया, अपनी टीम के लिए 3 गोल।
Once again, it's Jigmit Chuzain who scored that third goal now, and now the ball's gone out of play as well. And there you go, the long ball sent in. Bit of a desperate struggle. And eventually it takes a bounce. Goes out of bounds. Another throw in now in favor of Ladakh. At the moment, nothing is going in favor of Jammu and Kashmir. And again, they'll definitely take heart from the fact that at least they managed to score that goal. They fought hard and they fought real hard.
सब्स्टिट्यूट कर दिया जा रहा है जर्सी नंबर 12 नंबर।
Now here's a chance. Here's an opportunity and it goes out of play again. Another throw in this time. There's another player down, will need some medical attention. There's been quite a few stoppages in the second half. Now again, considering the fact that it's raining, the ground is also pretty dangerous. The other supporters that's being asked for. Now the medicals will probably try. Is there a stretcher needed? Not particularly sure. She's good to see that she's back up. She's limping on her feet right now. Again, that's the kind of heart you would like to see on the footballing field. The heart of a lion, they say. It's pretty much a reticent affair right now, and as things stand, final 4 minutes of regulation time going on. Once again, things are coming pretty close here. This time, however, Nitika Thapa will put an end to things. No real challenge. And this time the ball rolls out of play as well. So it's a throw in again for Ladakh. This is another chance. Once again, Jammu and Kashmir putting in a staunch defense. They'll definitely take heart from the fact that they have defended pretty strongly. But again, 3 goals they've conceded, yes, but the kind of attitude that Jammu and Kashmir has put, that has obviously been a brilliant show. But at the end of it all, it is Ladakh who has managed to take a 3-1 lead. And right now are stationed for their first win in the Hero NFC. Uh, or rather, in the Hero Women's NFC. Throw in coming in now for Jammu and Kashmir. Oh, that's not the best of throws. Got to be better with the throw there. So yes, nonetheless, it's a throw in now for Ladakh. Final 2 minutes of regulation time, and then whatever additional time will be coming up. It's a bit of a push now. There you go, the ball now just pinballing out there. Not much excitement at the moment. Things are pretty much reticent. Ladakh and Jammu and Kashmir, they're trying to keep things as much under control as they can. They're down to the final minute of the regulation time. A good game now in perspective of Ladakh. They've scored 3 goals. And once again, desperation. Ladakh still has the ball with themselves. They still have some shooting space. Can they take one more shot? Shot comes in! The goalkeeper this time, however, latches onto it. Could have been a real challenge again. But the kind of confidence at the moment the goalkeeper has, the first time it just bobbled off, so never really easy.
एक्स्ट्रा टाइम में 4 मिनट का एक्स्ट्रा टाइम है हाँ हाँ अभी तो कोई
Players down. 4 minutes of additional time has come up.
हाँ क्या बोला बेटा नहीं नहीं मत कर वो देख कर देखने का तू सिर्फ लेफ्ट हैंड का ही संभालना लेफ्ट हैंड का करना वो जूम करने की जरूरत नहीं है वापस से कर सकता है टीम दिखा वो भी आना चाहिए जो गिरे हैं वो भी दिखना चाहिए स्टेप
There's another player down, so she's being treated at the moment. Things like these happen again. Basically, the hamstring stretches and a muscle pull. Ideally, it's due to the heat. But now that it's rained today, so that'll give them the kind of cool and calm that they would have wanted. This is their last league game, and obviously, it's a brilliant encounter.
वो ठोक देना वापस वो भी दिखे देख राइट राइट
The ball sent downtown now. There's a long ball sent again. This time, however, it'll be straight into the goalkeeper's arms. Ladakh looking for a fourth now. Only time should reveal whether they can get that goal for themselves. Final 1 minute of the game coming up. The ball still remains. Jammu and Kashmir players asking for a foul. Another shot comes in from Ladakh. This time, however, it sails wide. This time the ball goes out of play.
हम देख रहे थे कि बॉल कट रही है
And that marks the end of the game. It's a brilliant encounter that eventually meets its end. 94 minutes on the clock, and as things stand, it's 3-1 in favor of Ladakh. Oh, it's not yet over actually. I reckon the referee raised his hand, so apologies for the same. But then again, the game continues at the moment. A lateral pass here, but Jammu and Kashmir cuts it short. I reckon it's because of the that stoppage of play that happened. Another long ball sent in, and that will go out of bounds as well. So it's going to be a goal kick in favor of Jammu and Kashmir now. Another chance, however, this time taken care of. Ladakh going for another shot, but this time miles away.
ट्रॉफी की अंतिम सीढ़ी के साथ मैच समाप्त हुआ। स्कोर 3-1। लद्दाख ने 3 गोल किया, जम्मू कश्मीर ने 1।
And that is now the final end of the game. It's all over here. And Ladakh has managed to secure the bragging rights of the game. They have won 3-1, and look at the celebrations. This is a historic moment for them, but Jammu and Kashmir, it's actually nothing for them that they need to be sad about. They did put up a great display at the end of it all. It's just unfortunate that things uh, couldn't really get themselves on target. But nevertheless, this was a good game from them as well. That's the confirmation. Jigmet Chizain scoring a hat-trick for Ladakh. Jammu and Kashmir, on the contrary, getting that solitary goal from Zara Riaz that came from the spot. Now that's it from this fixture. But ladies and gentlemen, do not forget to tune in the second half, for we have a cracker coming up that will decide the table toppers. Somewhat decided, but then again, that will kind of confirm the fact that who are going to be in the table toppers list. That's the confirmation of the upcoming fixture. Jharkhand and Madhya Pradesh. It's going to happen at 4 p.m. today from the Pant Stadium, Bhilai, Chhattisgarh. So do not forget to join in for the same. And we'll now show the points table. There you go. Jharkhand at the moment, right at the top. 4 games, 4 victories, 18 goals scored, 2 goals conceded, 12 points. Madhya Pradesh, 4 games, 3 wins. Goals scored 9, goals against 2, and 9 points. Delhi finished in the second position so far, where they won, or rather, they played 5 games, won 3, draw 1, lost 1, and got 10 points. Eventually, the bottom 2 when it comes down, or rather the bottom 3. Chhattisgarh, 5 matches, 2 victories, 1 draw, 2 losses. Goals scored 18, goals conceded 5, and 7 points. For Ladakh, however, 5 matches, just that victory that they managed to secure today against Jammu and Kashmir, and they have finished with 3 points. That will always remain remarkable for them, at least. Jammu and Kashmir, on the contrary, a sad affair, but at the end of the day, they did manage to open their goal scoring account, but they conceded 36. That's all from here, ladies and gentlemen, from this fixture. We will return in the afternoon with the cracker of an encounter, as we mentioned, that will finally decide the points table. That's the official confirmation again. Jammu and Kashmir 1, Ladakh 3. Zara Riaz scoring for Jammu and Kashmir. Jigmet Chizain scoring a hat-trick to give Ladakh that all-important victory. This is your commentator, Rohit, signing off. Thank you everyone for joining in. Stay safe. Take care. Till the time we return with the second fixture of the day.